¿Qué tal? Bueno, gracias por venir. Mi nombre es Carlos Saavedra, yo de PwC, y daros las gracias antes que nada por venir. Esta presentación la haremos, como saben, alternando el inglés y el castellano. So we will do it in English and Spanish. So I will alternatively either speak in one language or the other, depending on the subject. Primero querría agradecer, como no puede ser de otra manera, a nuestro coorganizador de esta jornada, Ashotel. Desde el primer momento ha mostrado el interés por hacer estos eventos que vamos a hacer durante el año 2022. Don Jorge Marichal, Pablo González, muchísimas gracias. También a nuestro patrocinador, Turismo de Tenerife, como no, representado hoy por su CEO, David Pérez. Muchísimas gracias por ayudarnos en este viaje durante el año 2022, que va a estar lleno de eventos interesantes patrocinados por Turismo de Tenerife. Y como no puede ser de otra manera, a Victoria López, presente aquí, por su amabilidad en colaborar, poniendo a nuestra disposición el Hotel Victoria. A Pricewaterhouse, anteriormente llamado Pricewaterhouse, ahora llamado PwC, ha considerado que hay que seguir apostando claramente por el sector más estratégico de la economía canaria. La pandemia así lo ha demostrado, no somos nada sin el turismo y nosotros queremos redoblar nuestro esfuerzo incrementando todas las capacidades que tenemos dentro de nuestra firma. En Fitur hemos lanzado el Smart Observatory, un observatorio turístico que va a estudiar y analizar las tendencias, algo prospectivo, y diferentes webinars durante todo el año 2022 que seguiremos abordando los temas de actualidad. Hemos reforzado nuestro departamento mercantil, laboral, fiscal. Hemos hablado de la reforma laboral que finalmente se ha aprobado hoy, estrictamente para el sector turismo. Lo abordamos antes que nadie, ya sabíamos que se iba a aprobar de alguna manera. Jugábamos con ventaja, lo hicimos antes del 31/12. Hemos apostado por incorporar a Alberto Bernabé, un referente del sector turístico. Desde el lado público es el ejemplo que el talento en el lado público también nos sirve al sector privado. Muchas gracias, Alberto, por ayudarnos a montar esta iniciativa de los Tourtalks. Y seguimos apostando, somos líderes nacionales en transacciones. We understand that transactions will be one of the main issues that will arise shortly. We foresee that transactions will pick up and we will have a good array of deals going on. And this is something that Thomas maybe want to talk about later. Y en este contexto, en el año 2022, vamos a hacer 3 o 4 Tourtalks. Tourtalks, hablar sobre turismo, hablar sobre tendencias, traer a gente como Thomas. Ya tenemos confirmado que también estará Gabriel Escarrer, también vendrá Sabina Fluxá y el presidente de las Asociaciones de Líneas Aéreas de España, Javier Gángara. Así que os dejo con Pablo González. You will introduce the speaker. Mr. Thomas Bösl, I would like to thank you on behalf of PwC for accepting our invitation and to be here tonight. Thank you very much.
Buenas tardes. Yo hablaré en inglés, pero también para introducir al señor Bösl. Thank you very much, Carlos, for these introductory words about Tourtalks, Ashotel PwC Dialogues for the Tourism Recovery. It's a great honor to have among us for the first session of Tourtalk to Mr. Thomas Bösl. Even yesterday, Mr. Bösl was visiting the island of La Palma to support the recovery of the tourism sector there after the volcano crisis. Mr. Bösl is since 2002 president of the QTA, Quality Travel Alliance, the largest European travel agency alliance comprising more than 9,800 travel agencies, and CEO of the RT Ryzen. He's also a member of the German travel organization called ERB and board member of the Federal Association of the German Tourism Industry called BTW. Mr. Bösl will offer us a speech about 30 minutes with a presentation. Afterwards, there will be a debate with the president of Ashotel, Jorge Marichal, and will be moderated by Alberto Bernabé, senior advisor of PwC Spain for the tourism sector. Finally, all the public will have the opportunity to propose some questions. You can use the cards, writing down the question you want to propose. And we pick up the cards and filter the most important to generate a new debate. At the end of the session, a cocktail will be served outside next to this meeting room. Thank you very much to our sponsor, Turismo de Tenerife, for making possible this project, and also all the persons involved in the organization of this meeting. Of course, our partner, PwC, and of course, Jefe Hoteles to offer his house. Thank you very much. Mr. Bösl, the audience is yours.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for inviting me. It's a great pleasure to be here. So I'm here on the Canary Islands for almost, let's say, 50 hours, and I try to visit 3 different islands. So yesterday, as you already hear, I was visiting La Palma, just to see what happened after those terrible things with the volcano, and have some meetings with colleagues from mine, with some hoteliers and with some officials from La Palma. And today I'm here on the big island on Tenerife, which I know very well from former time and from big events we're doing here. And once again, thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you, PwC, for the possibility to speak to you and to yes, give you a little bit the idea and some news from the German market. So I have to say, usually I speak in German, so Carlos, you say you mixed Spanish and English. I try not to mix it with German, but I know half of you understands German, so sometimes it's possible that I change a little bit to the German. Don't mind if you don't understand anything, just raise your hand and then we will find a solution. So. Yes, allow me just on the begin to give you a short overview of our company. So, because it's not so easy to describe what we are doing. We are not a tour operator. We are a 100% sales organization and a 100% sales organization for leisure business. So let me say about 95% of our sales volume is doing with big tour operators, with the big brands on the German and European market. We was founded in the late 60s in Germany. Our head office is in Burghausen. I'm probably sure nobody except Alberto and Wendy. You both know Burghausen because you was there before. It's a very small city close to Munich. And our second head office for our own shops is in Hamburg, so I'm sure everyone knows Hamburg. So Wendy, sorry, last but not least, of course, Wendy, she's our yes, ambassador here on the Canary Islands. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, and thank you for the big support, especially for the last 24 months, which was not so easy to handle. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, QTA, Quality Travel Alliance, this is our umbrella organization. And under this umbrella, we have some different organizations. So, first of all, the RTK, which is, yes, the basic. This is our biggest organization. This is mostly a B2B brand, but also known as a B2C brand. Then we have Reiseland, which is a company based in Hamburg. Probably the next brand you will know, it's Sonnenklar TV. It's the franchise concept. We have approximately 300 franchise stores all over Germany. Then we have TUI Travelstar. Since 20 years, a joint venture between TUI and RTK, with approximately 400 shops around Germany. And our brand new brand is Schau ins Landreisen. So we found this company in 2003. It was called Alpha Reisebüropartner GmbH. And 1 year later, we sell 50% of this company to Thomas Cook. And after the things happened in 2019, After the collapse from Thomas Cook, we bought back the 50% from them, and a few weeks later we bought it, or we sell it, sorry, to Schauensland. And now we have 650 franchise shops from Schauensland Reisenpartner all over Germany. In total, we are 5,700 agencies on the German market and approximately 8,500 in the European market. Our main market, of course, is Germany, but we have some activities in Austria, we have some activities in Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. We start a brand new organization in France. Perfect timing because we started in January 2020. And we start now, it's also brand new, with our activities in Romania and Hungary. So we step now to the eastern part of Europe, and the concept is nearly the same. We have three different concepts. We have the first one, this is own stores with own staff member. We have approximately 500 own shops in Germany. The second one, as I described, this is the franchise concept. And the third part, it's the independent part. So the travel agencies are dealing under their own name, but we are responsible for everything between B2B. So we are responsible for the contracting between the tour operators, the airline, and the travel agencies. We are responsible for the marketing activities. We are responsible for the technical solutions, and even everyone can buy everything within the company, so furniture and technical things, whatever they need. So, how is the situation in tourism? As you know, tourism is a story of success, especially here in this part of the world. In preparation of this event, I saw old pictures from Tenerife from the year 1979. So it's really changing. It's unbelievable. It's a big story of success. Congratulations for the last centuries. Yes, sometimes I think probably the tourism industry, the worldwide tourism industry, was a little bit, let me say, blinded by the success. But after March 2020, of course, we are not blinded anymore. It was a hard impact. It was a painful impact. We lost a lot of money, but we also lost a lot of nerves and power, and it's not so easy to handle. But to say it very clear, I'm quite optimistic for the next coming months, because as I can show you a little bit later on, the number of bookings are still in the right direction. It's increasing. We have, especially for the summer season 2022, I'm really optimistic. And yes, we are in the middle of the pandemic, but let's say I can see the end of the pandemic, on the end of the tunnel. And so let's hope, let's cross fingers, we solve it and find a good end of this terrible period in our industry. So after 24 months, of course, things are changing. The German clients are very, very shy. They are always looking for security. So this is the reason why when the next wave, the next virus, like at the moment Omicron is present, they are very shy and they don't book so much. But let me say, for the summer season, it's getting better and better, and the big tour operators create some good ideas. It's called Flex Fare. It means it's possible for the clients to cancel the trip till 2 weeks before traveling. So to be honest, I was not a big fan of this solution. I was not a big fan from this new fare. but it helps. It helps to make a good booking. It helps to find clients, and it helps to bring good numbers of booking for the next coming weeks and months. So, allow me just to give you a short overview about the present situation over the last 2 years. So what happened during the last 24 months? As you can see, this is QTA Germany and QTA International, so including all the European markets. We lost approximately 9% in Germany and approximately 11% of the shops in Germany and in Europe. Within 2 years. So it's not unusual, to be honest. So because, you know, of the online business and, of course, of concentrating to bigger shops, it's usual that we lose it. So it's okay. It's not funny, but it's okay after those 2 very difficult years. Why is it? Especially in Germany, we have a very good government support. So we have 2 different kinds of government support for the big companies, for example, TUI or der Touristik or FDI. You just have credits. It's a guarantee by government, but the big tour operators have to pay back the money during the next few years. For the smaller companies and mid-sized companies, there is another way. They get money and they don't have to pay it back. So it's a brilliant situation for small and mid-sized companies because they can start after the pandemic on a good level. So they don't have any credit, any loans. And so I'm sure that it will be a little bit changing the whole market during the next months and after the pandemic, because the financial situation for the smaller companies is pretty much better like for the big companies. So I say it was not dramatic with the shops, but if you can see the turnover, our sales volume, it was dramatic. So in the year 2019, we have approximately 5.2 billion euro turnover. And yeah, the impact 2020 and 21 was, it was a disaster. It was very painful. We was very optimistic for 21 in our plannings, but as we all know, the year was difficult too. It was very similar to the year 20, so just a small increase. But for the present year, we are more optimistic. So you can see in our budgets, we have approximately a forecast of 80%, between 70 and 80% of the 2019 sales volume. And I have to say, it's not the regular year. It always starts from 1st November till end of October. So after 3 months, I can say we are on a very good way for 2020, especially the last 4 weeks was really good. I'm quite optimistic because the number of bookings are really increasing. And so I think our goal for 2022 with approximately 80% of the turnover from 2019 is realistic. So we will see on the end of the day, but I hope we are on the right way at the moment. So probably this one is interesting for you. It shows you the trend. It shows you how was the turnover from the within our company, within our organization, just with the 5 big tour operators. It's a cruise or anything else. It's not included in this numbers. So, and 2019 it was including Thomas Cook because you know, in the season 2019 Thomas Cook still exists. So you can see your market share from the Canary Islands and from the different islands here, and probably you can see we came from a good base 2019, but of course 2020 it was a short traveling period. It was just in the summertime, in the and a small in the autumn. But including these numbers is also the traveling in November, December, and January 19 and 20. So this is the reason why in this overview the Canary Islands are very good. So last year it was yes, nearly on the same base like 2019, and this year, this is so the end of January for the whole traveling year. You can see the Canary Islands are still #1 at the moment. So I'm afraid on the end of the year, we will not be #1. So sorry to say that, because of there is the German tradition to go to Balearic Islands and to Greece. Sorry, to Greece and Turkey, but it's I think a very good sign. It's very good to see how it's at the moment and how the situation is comparing to other destinations. So one of the big winners are the Canary Islands, but one of the big winners is also Greece. Why is it? Because the official Greece do a lot of commercials and showing small islands, nature, small properties, and especially the German clients are thinking, okay, small islands, small properties, small hotels are much more safe than big hotels. So this is the reason why, especially last year, and especially the summer season for last year, was really a big success story for the Greece islands. Well, I expect for this year, from my point of view, last minute booking year, because the Germans are waiting. How is the situation? What will happen during the next few weeks? What is after Omicron? Is it the end of the pandemic, or is it the next thing is coming? So we will see. So I expect, especially for the summer season starting June, July, August, last minute booking year. So I can just motivate you to do activities on the European market, because I think a lot of clients will decide where they go in the summer season in a very, very last minute way. So what happened with our customers? Because we are very close to the customers, we are very regional. We have, let me say, a good contact to the customers. Our travel agencies are regional. They are in a good relationship with the customers. And so this gives us the possibility to ask them what they think, what they see, which things are changing, what does COVID change in the behavior of the customer. So sure, it's not new for you. It's that the customers are looking for more security and safety, especially for good and transparent hygienic concept. They are really interested in how handle the hotel, the destination, the airline, the thing with COVID, which hygienic concept is doing, and I think it gives a real good chance to high standard destinations. Probably this is the reason why the Canary Islands are rated so well at the moment, because they trust in the concept, they trust in the hygienic concept, but they also trust in the medical care of the Canary Islands. So this is probably the reason why the clients are looking for safe destinations and for, good hygienic concept. And one major point, not just but also because of our new government, is sustainability, as you know. So everyone is talking about sustainability. I remember, Alberto, when I was visiting you, I think 6 or 7 years ago in Tenerife, you showed me some activities from Tenerife with sustainability. I remember you was talking about sustainability 6 years, 7 years ago, very early. Now everyone is talking about it, and so I think it's a big chance for Tenerife and for the Canary Islands to be in a pole position for some sustainability concept. But we have to give ideas to the clients, and we have to be very honest. It's sure you have just a chance to make a good thing when it's real, when it's not greenwashing, when it's a good concept. So what we are doing is we ask our agents. So we are not asking our clients, we ask our agents in their opinion, how well do the following destinations handle COVID, and what they think about the hygienic concept. And you can see, well, Canary Islands still #1 with nearly 40% voted excellent and 56% voted excellent. I was a little bit surprised about this result, to be honest, because I remember in March and April 2020, we have on the German market a big discussion about COVID and Canary Island, especially Tenerife. And the newspapers, the industry newspapers was full of it. But to be honest, you did a brilliant job in this period, because I remember, Jorge, you have several interviews in the newspapers, and you offer security, and you was very open, and you say what happened. And after this time, it was they trust Tenerife, and they trust the organization, and I think this was very, very important to put this very open to the market and say what happened. And after this period, I think you are in a very good position, especially here in Tenerife, about the COVID concept. So they trust you, so it's a good position for you for the next step. So, second question, we ask our agents which destinations will be important for 2022. So you can see also Canary Islands are in a very good position, not #1, but in a very good position. Of course, Balearic Islands, especially from the German market, is very important. It's just 2 or 3 hours away from the main cities in Germany. It's very close. It's easier for the airlines. It's easier for the tour operators. It's easier for the clients. But I think it's a good result for Canary Islands. And you can see one of the big competitor like Turkey. They lost a little bit because, yeah, the trust in the concept in Turkey is not so high than the trust in the concept in Spain. And so this is probably the reason why Turkey is rated not so well. So, you know, 2018 and 2019, Turkey was, from the sales volume, absolutely our #1. So it's a little bit surprising, the result of this poll. Yeah, and as you can see, the winner is Greece. So this is the reason what I told you before. It's always because small islands, small properties, very good activities within sustainability, very clear concept, and this is the reason why Greece is doing, I think, yeah, a good job and have very good bookings. So then we ask our agents what they expect from the destinations and from the hotels, and they want to get more and direct informations from the destination, and from the hotel. So it sounds a little bit funny because I'm sure you give a lot of information to the German market, but I know most of the information you give to the tour operators, and we are in a very good partnership with the tour operators, but because of the situation during the last 2 years, it's not so easy with the tour operators because they save a lot of money, they have a lot of cost-cutting programs, and so sometimes it's not so easy for them to handle over the information from the hotel to the agents, to the travel agents in Germany. So what I ask is just to give us the information directly. It's much more easier. We can spread it to all our travel agencies. We can give the information on a very fast way and very directly to the agents. And I would say it's the best way, including the best way for the tour operators. It's not against the tour operators. We're in a good partnership, and so it's quite a good way to share the informations between the hotels, destinations, and the agents. So yes, this is almost the same answer. They asking for more and for direct information. So what do we expect for the next 10 months or 11 months? First of all, the agents expect more information. Customers are still nervous. Somebody said last week, German customers, they are a little bit like a shy deer. And it's correct. They are very shy. They're they're looking for a hygienic concept. They are looking for security, and so we should give them together. We should give them information about the concept and about the things you are doing here in the hotels, in the destination, in the restaurants, on the airport, in the airlines. So it's the best way to inform the customers. So. And another major point, of course, sustainability. Sometimes, to be honest, I'm a little bit nerved about sustainability because everyone and everybody is talking about sustainability, and this is in every corner of the world you can find new concept with sustainability. But you know, about the present situation, we have find a good way. This afternoon I discussed with Alberto how we can find I'm not talking about a seal because I'm also nerved about seals. You have thousands of seals, sustainability seals, but I think we have, together we have to find a solution how we can give the information about the sustainability projects directly to the client. As I know, many hotels, especially on the Canary Islands, do sustainability projects. The official island government do a lot of things with sustainability. So let's find a way how we can forward this information to the clients. Probably it's necessary to show them, let me say, videos or give special information, but I think we have to find a way how we can do it directly to the clients. Yes, I don't know how is the situation here in Tenerife or on the Canary Islands or in Spain, but one of our biggest problems at the moment is to find good stuff, to be honest. We lose really a high number of staff, approximately 25%. So this is really hard, and it's really difficult to motivate young people to go to tourism industry. So what we are doing is we change the picture of tourism. We change the picture of being a travel agent. We change to a new concept. We are doing a new concept which is called not anymore travel agents. It's more a coach, a leisure time coach, including that he can give informations to the clients, not just for their vacation, also for a long weekend or a day trip, or just for a dinner, or if a new restaurant is opening in the city, they can give and forward the information to the client. So what we try is to find a new a new picture for the travel agents. And so I'm quite optimistic that it's the right way, including, of course, because it's very necessary for the younger generation. It's a kind of sustainability clerk, of sustainability agent, to give the right information to the clients, probably from the hotel or from the destination. Yes, it's yes, a leisure time coach and sustainability consulting. So this is our idea, and probably we can find our new stuff during the Fridays for Future demonstration. So probably it's the right way, I don't know. But especially under the brand of sustainability, probably it's the right way. So I think the situation in tourism is similar here in Spain with the stuff. It's not easy to find new stuff, and so, well, big challenge for us. So what we have done during the last 24 months, the RTK organization, the QTA, sure, like all of you, we save money, we try to save money, we have some cost-cutting programs, we stop spending money in advertisement and things like that, but we are investing a lot of money and a lot of time in a new online concept. It's not just an online, it's an online and offline concept. It's right. It gives us the possibility to get in contact with the clients online 24/7, and also get in contact with the clients offline, with the travel agents, with regional travel agencies, and give them security. And so I think it's the best way, and we started a few weeks ago, and it's really successful because especially in this period where the clients are really nervous and looking for more information, it's a good combination between on and offline. In the last few years, in the last 15 years, we collect in customer data, and we start now a project together with Salesforce to analyze the right product for the client. So we have two different ways we can analyze. So we have the client, and we analyze the right product, and we can do it when we have the right product, we can find the client. So then we send the information to the clients, and after the first weeks, really, I have to say it is very successful. It's the right way, and it's, yeah, let me say it's a little bit, sometimes I get a little bit nervous when I see how good AI is working at the moment. So the technical solution is really on a good way, and I'm sure within the next 2, 3, or 4 years it's getting better and better. So it's a good thing to support the agent. Yes, and we start, coming back to sustainability, with a climate package together with an NGO from Germany, with Atmosphere. We are creating packages, and the customers can buy this package, 3 different packages. It's for a city trip, for a short flight, and for a long-haul trip. The price is between 19 and 79 euro. And what we do with the money is we are investing in projects in Africa and Asia, sustainability projects. And a few weeks ago, we are opening, we are not opening, but Atmosphere opening the first factory for, so I don't know the English word, it's synthetisches petrol, so synthetic petrol for planes. And it's a small factory, but it's part of the future. And we are the first partner with Atmosphere, and we investing that money from the climate packages in this new project. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, is this crisis an opportunity? Is it a chance? To be honest, I'm not sure after 24 months, to be really honest. From my point of view, I'm really happy that I was on the onstart of the pandemic. I was very optimistic. We talk about weeks or months. So that the pandemic period. So now 24 months later, I say, okay, we waste a lot of nerves, spend a lot of money. It was not easy, it was crazy. But so really, and it's very honest from my side, so after last year, but especially since 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, I'm really optimistic. So from my side, on the question, is it an opportunity? A very clear maybe. A very clear maybe. I'm not really sure, but let's hope it's a yes. Yeah. What will happen on the German market? So as you know, the German tourism market, it's very traditional. The clients booking offline, most of them. We have a very traditional spread between tour operators, sales organization. We sell a lot of package tours, so it's very traditional. I think some parts of this tradition will change. I see that package tours getting more important, because the German clients are looking for security. It's safe, you know, especially when you book the flight and the hotel in a package. So if anything happens in the destination, so the tour operator is responsible to bring you back. It's very easy. You have the possibility to do the cancellation within 2 weeks. So it's quite comfortable for the client. So I expect that the package tours getting more important. What the crisis affect to the big tour operators, I don't know. So to be honest, I think they are quite on a good way, but we will see what happened after the government support, after this year. So this year is a special year for all of us, especially for the tour operators. It will be, we will see how the summer is working, and after that we can see more. And what we try is also to improve the margins. How we will do it? We have some new tools, we have some new ideas. We call it concierge service that gives us the possibility for upselling. So we see in our database, there is someone going to Tenerife in a probably 4 or 5-star hotel, and they do a booking for a standard double room, and so we are in the position to contact the client, let me say 10 days before traveling, and offer them a higher room standard for an upgrade, and they save 20, 30, 50% of the price. Or what we do is we give them some ideas for activities. So we have started with Loro Park and Siam Park, an activity. So everyone who is going to Tenerife get an email from us 2 weeks before traveling, with the possibility to buy the tickets for Loro and Siam Park in advance. And if the client don't react, we send this email again 1 day before traveling and 2 days after depart here in Tenerife. And this gives us the possibility for upsales, cross-selling, and yes, could be a good way to improve the margin. Yes, more attention to sustainability. Sure, it's the big thing, the next big thing after the pandemic is sustainability. So we have invest good ideas. In this case, we have to find some good ways, some good projects together. And then I'm quite optimistic, especially for high standard destinations, that sustainability is a big opportunity. It's a big chance. Yes, and from my side, and I think it's also from your side, whatever will come after COVID-19, we will handle it. We are prepared for it. It was not easy, but now we are quite optimistic, and I think the tourism family is so optimistic and so well connected that we can find a good way after COVID-19, and let's hope it's the end of this pandemic is coming very soon, within the next months, and we have a quiet year 22 and a very successful year 23. So this was it from my side. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope I give you some informations, and now I'm happy for discuss with Alberto and Jorge the topic around COVID-19. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Sí.
Oh, excuse me, no, the mask.
No, we take it off. Bueno, todo el mundo tiene una tarjetita en la mesa. Si quieren aprovechar por alguna cuestión que le haya surgido, la pueden escribir en español y yo o Wendy iremos traduciendo y preguntando a Thomas o a Jorge, indistintamente. So, Thomas, you said one fact you launched in your conference was that your organization has lost 10%, 11% of your shops around Europe. Yeah. So I don't know, 2 years ago was when we lost Thomas Cook, a bit more, 2 years ago. And we thought those big tour operators were indestructible. Mm-hmm. And we learned that they were not indestructible. Yeah. So the situation in Germany, you told us that the German government has renewed the public support to big companies, not only tour operators, but also airlines. Yeah. For example, Condor, I believe it has received like 525 million euros of support. But still, we wonder if your impression is that the big players are in a safe financial situation, or are there any risks to come in the big players?
But this is a dangerous question, Alberto.
It is. It is.
Hard to answer. I think, you know, the situation is, of course, the situation is very tricky because it's a little, the big tour operators say probably it's a little bit unfair at the moment because for the big companies, it's not just within the tourism industry, to say it honest. It's also, it's for the other industries, the same situation. They get the credits, they get the guarantee from the government, but they have to pay it back, and they have to pay it back with, it's more to pay back. So I think they are safe when the summer season 22 is doing well, because so is the plan, so is the budgets, and so this year it's really a tough year. So if we had some problems for the summer season, then we will see what happens. So it's a tricky situation. Yes, let's cross the fingers. Sure, for the smaller companies, and when I speak about smaller companies, I mean, just to give you an idea, every support under 50 million euro, government support, under 50 million euro are small companies. So it's a huge amount. Huh? So it's especially for mid-sized tour operators, especially for, of course, travel agencies, they got money for free. and it's not easy. It's difficult too. The situation is not funny for them, but it gives the possibility to them to start on a good level. And sure, for the big tour operators, it's not so easy. But I'm quite optimistic for the big tour operators, to be honest. So I know the whole world is discussing about TUI and the big airlines, but at the moment, and we are the biggest client from TUI, we are in a good way. The turnover is increasing, so especially as I say, it's 5 or 6 times since the last 4 weeks. It's really on the right way. So it's increasing, especially Greece, Canary Islands. So it's an important destination for TUI and for the other tour operators. So let's cross the fingers, and I stay optimistic.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody's trying to increase direct sales, of course, since a lot of time, but still the tour operators and, of course, the airlines are a necessary player for the Canary Islands, especially because we are faraway islands. But Jorge, do you feel the same way? Do you feel we are safe regarding the big players, not only tour operators, but airlines?
Okay, I think this is tricky also because he's dangerous. Huh? It's very tricky. But okay, I see that you told before that now the package holidays are increasing, and it's because people need to trust somebody. So it's not the same to go to somewhere long way, and because you book through Booking or you book your direct flight seat or wherever, you need to trust in somebody, and maybe people, not maybe, for sure, people will trust more in their own tour operators from their country. So I think that in these times and maybe in the next years, I guess that the package holidays will increase the turnover. So I think that people will look more for safety, more for security, and obviously we have many examples in the last 2 years. People sleeping in airports, you know, trying to get back to their home. So I think that now is a good time to these big tour operators to give the money back to the governments, because I think that the turnover will increase. Yeah.
Okay, another tricky question, Thomas. You explained that.
Alberto, just to say that from my point of view, it's really funny because 3 years ago we discussed about package tours. It was a big discussion on the German market because especially the big tour operators try to find a new way of business. Huh? They say, okay, we have to separate the flights and separate the hotels because it's much more easier. It's cheaper because, you know, you need for a German tour operator need a lot of insurances that him allowed to sell package tours. It's expensive, so we have a big discussion 3 years ago to spread between flight and hotel, and now nobody is discussing it. Nobody is everyone is really happy with this kind of package tours, and so there's a new insurance. We have to found a new insurance on the German market for tour operators after Thomas Cook. Because after Thomas Cook, the government says, okay, the insurance will not work anymore, so we have to find a new solution. It was tricky to find one during the last 12 months, but we do it. It's a new insurance, and it works. And so I'm quite optimistic for package tours, and I'm quite optimistic that the big tour operators don't try to push the direct sales from their side, because they also try to push it from their side, direct sales without travel agencies or without online activities, just with call centers and their own websites. And now, well, they see the good things between travel agencies and tour operators, and yeah, so I think it's a little bit changing their mind.
Okay, so you introduced one word. You said you were talking about packages being more expensive. So let me ask you about prices, because you, when you were talking about sustainability, and you announced that QTA has offered, let's say, a sustainable package to their clients, which is volunteer, I believe, between 19 and 79 euros regarding the length of
per person. It's always per person.
Of the holidays. So at the end of the day, this is going to be an increase in the final price of the package, although it's volunteer. But every time hoteliers want to negotiate €1, it's a drama. So although it's volunteer, if the German consumers are to buy this package, at the end of the day, the package is going to be more expensive. And in the same moment, hoteliers will try, maybe not today, but we always try, to negotiate our conditions or prices. Is this, let's say, logical? Do you find it logical? Is it compatible to increase from your side the final price and fight so much the increase of the negotiation prices with the hoteliers?
Logical, yes. You know, the reason why we start with this climate packages was we want to do something with sustainability. So we have, you know, because of the election last autumn, we have a big public discussion about sustainability. You know, probably you know that the Green Party is now a part of the government, and sure, our industry, especially the leisure industry, especially the airline industry, we are really under control at the moment. So the government is watching us, and they say, so what are you doing? Especially the no-frills and low-cost airlines, they say it's not the right way that the client is flying from Frankfurt to Tenerife for €29. And so what we are trying to do is to start activity by our own, because if we not do this, probably the government is coming with a special tax on the German markets for sustainability. And so now we try to start this climate package. And sure, it's not logical because the clients are looking for the best price. But I think when we give them the right information, especially from the hotel or from the destination, and they feel secure and they see, okay, what happened with this money, then it gives a good feeling. And it's a very huge public discussion at the moment in Germany about things like that.
And in Tenerife, Jorge, do you feel that the hoteliers and the destination, are we launching the right messages? Thomas was saying that we have to be clear, we have to give a lot of information to the clients. Are we ready for what's coming?
We have been working on that issue many years. Last week, 2 weeks ago in Fitur, we were with the people from administration, with Yaisa Castilla, our Consular of Tourism from Canary Island government, and they told us that they want us to join the Glasgow Declaration. You know, that means that between now and 2030, we need to reduce 50% the footprint. And I told them we have been working on that 20 years, not because we are so clever, it's because our tour operators told us to do it, or we won't accept, they won't send a client to us. So, I mean, it will be difficult for the hotels. In each hotels, maybe our colleagues, my colleagues here, will tell you the same. What can we do? What else can we do? We have a project in Tenerife. I think that we as an industry, we need to go one step further. And we have a project in the industry, in Ashotel, and we want to do a photovoltaic plant in between the hoteliers to cover the footprints, not only about talking about the hotels, just talking about the tour operators and the planes. And I have been praying in the desert, maybe for, not me, all have been praying in the desert maybe for 5 years. We are talking to all administration. Now we are talking with Turismo de Tenerife. People is here, and I love that you hear it, and I'm sure that you will support that even stronger. And we are trying to do something special. I mean, I attended to every fairs and touristic fairs, and I said all the tour operators has now a part of the organization just to go to talk with politicians, you know. That means that they go there, they talk about the co-marketing campaigns and whatever. That means money. That's it. And I think that we need to be more smart, you know. We need to think bigger, and through this kind of ideas, this kind of project, being the first on saying that we are not only talking about sustainability, we are doing things about sustainability. it will be so difficult to work on our hotels. I don't know if Victoria could do something here. It's rather new. It's all very, very sustainable, and to make the 50% decrease of our footprint in these years will be nearly impossible. So we need to do things together, and bigger things, you know. So we talk in the World Travel Market also with TUI, with Jet2, with all the tour operators, and we told them that everybody was talking about sustainability. But I mean, it's not talking. We need to move. And we are spending a lot of money in advertising, in campaigns, and we do not care about the most important thing. This war is on the mind of our people. Maybe people is not up to pay right now for that. You know that. People want to be sustainable, but when it be expensive, okay, let's talk later. And later we need to talk about the social sustainability, because everybody is talking about the environmental sustainability or the economical sustainability. But Canary Islands and Spain, we need to put in highlights also the social sustainability. 8% of the cost for a normal hotel in Turkey is the 8% of the cost is the social cost. In Spain, it's in between the 25 and the 30. So that means 25 and 30. Okay. So that means that the social sustainability, we need to show that to the world. Our clients should know that. It's important that people...
Do you think they see it?
Eh?
Do they think, do they get the information, the
no,
clients?
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We are talking, everybody's talking about sustainability, but the social sustainability is also important. So we need to do bigger things, we need to think bigger and going a step further. And we need the support of the administration. So we need to talk seriously about that, because it's really a smart idea, and it's the best thing we can do. Just not cover our footprint from the hotels, just also cover the footprint for our clients, including the plane, including also the train, since the travel experience start.
Okay.
But this is the big point.
I need to talk about my book also, okay?
No, this, you know, how we can find a solution to forward the information from the hotel or from the destination to the clients. That's the biggest point. Because I know your project, and I know especially Tenerife and the Canary Islands doing a lot of activities for sustainability. I remember, Alberto, when I was here 2015, I think, you showed me the small mountain opposite of your office. It's a sustainability project. But to be honest, no one knows it in Germany. No one knows it in Germany. And so this is the biggest thing we have to solve, how we can forward the information and the good projects in a very easy, simple and clear way to the clients. And when we can do this together, I'm pretty sure we will have a profit out of it, because everyone is looking for sustainability.
It's not easy to communicate, and it's also expensive to communicate.
I'm not sure, Alberto, sorry to say that. I'm not sure if it's always expensive and not easy, because I'm pretty sure you have very clear message for sustainability in Tenerife. Very easy message. So how we can forward it to the clients? Everyone can read an email. Everyone can see a video. It's easy. So let's start with activity when a clients go to Tenerife, we send them a short video 1 week before he's traveling. It's easy. It's not very expensive. You have just to produce the video, and we just have to send an email.
It's good to hear your optimism. Thank you.
No, really, I'm optimistic, because I think I'm a little bit nerved about not about this discussion, but the global discussion about sustainability. So everyone and everybody is talking about sustainability, and everybody is talking about, yes, but it must be free of charge. But it is not free of charge. Sure, okay, we can
be free of charge.
Could be, yeah, could be.
If we work together, could be. I'm sure of that.
But I think to take money from the client, so now we try to do it, because it's also a political thing, to be honest. But in the first step, probably we just have to find a solution how we can forward the information, the very good projects to the clients. That's the first step. It's not a huge step. It's probably too easy. But it's for the first step, it's I think the best way. And after then, we can say, okay, sustainability costs money, and after then we can put the money to special projects, to, as we discussed a few hours before, then we have to find not a seal. I know everyone is nerved about seals, no? But we find a clear and easy possibility for the clients to see, okay, this is real. This is a real sustainability project. Mm-hmm. This is
okay. During Fitur, the Spanish responsible for the German market, the Spanish government responsible for the German market, told us one bad news about the German market for this 2022 and one good news. The bad news was that at that moment, I believe only 75% of the German population was vaccinated. I don't know if it's the same percentage right now, but it's quite low. And of course, people that are not vaccinated have many restrictions for traveling. Yep. So suddenly our potential market is smaller. Yep. And on the other hand, the good news, he said that the research study, the factors wishing to travel to Spain, capacity to travel to Spain, and time to travel to Spain were in the highest results ever. So one bad news, one which is not, probably is not going to change. I don't know what information you have regarding the vaccination percentage in the country, and one good news. But the balance, do you feel it's going to be, well, you gave us some facts, but do you still think it's going to be positive? Not so much for the Canary Islands in the summer, you said, but this is a big problem, the vaccination.
Yeah, but to be honest, you know, there are 80 million Germans, so 75% of 80 million is good enough. Well, the quota of the vaccination is still 75% at the moment. It's on a low for Europe. It's on a low level. You have the same situation in Eastern Europe. You have the same situation in Switzerland and Austria. Everywhere it's the same situation at the moment. So I'm optimistic about the medicine for COVID. So as you know, now they start with the medicine, gives more security to the clients, and sure, we are in a big discussion with the EC in Brussels to say it's very difficult at the moment to start your travel. So today I have a discussion with somebody, goes from London to Paris, and one is going to Tenerife and one is going to Portugal. So 3 persons, 3 different kind of forms, 3 different kind of tests, 3 different kind of certificates. So this is a problem we have to solve. It's on the end of the day, it's a political thing. Yeah? So we have to and we discuss of course with Berlin, but mainly with the EC in Brussels, how we can find a good way that makes traveling much more easier, like within the last 24 months. But I'm quite optimistic because you know the numbers you told for the Spanish market, you see it also in my overview, end of January. You see the numbers for Canary Islands, which are, to be honest, brilliant. I was really surprised because it's a top result. And especially for Spain, I'm quite optimistic for this coming summer. And it's a result. I don't say it because you are sitting here, but you did a brilliant job during the onstart of the pandemic, because really I remember when the things with the hotel in Tenerife, and it was the whole German press was full with this story, and then you take over the conversation and you are very open, name the things, and after then, okay, everybody see, okay, this is a global problem. But especially Tenerife or the Canary Islands or Spain, they solve it. They find a good and right way.
And talking about restrictions, Jorge, you know, he's also the national president of the hoteliers, and he's been in the media every single day claiming to relax some of the restrictions, especially in the UK. And we have a question regarding this. Do you think that the actual restrictions at the Canary Islands are affecting the sales?
For sure. I mean, we are not always asking for decreasing the measures. We are always asking for being honest with the measures. I mean, obviously, last wave, in the sixth wave, 1.5 months ago.
It's the sixth or seventh or eighth.
I forget it. It was a wave, a big one. You know, the last big one. Yeah. So we were very worried about that. And when I talked to the government, to the minister, even to the health minister, the Canarian lady, we were very angry on that situation, because I understood, but our industry, my colleagues, myself, we were struggling in the situation. We had a nice November. We were expecting to have a nice winter, and suddenly everything was over, you know. So for us it was so difficult, and people, we need less restrictions, and say we need to be flexible. We need to understand that this is a real problem. The cases are increasing and increasing. But yesterday, I was on TV and also in papers and in newspaper and so on, because the situation now is changing again. So we cannot change for worse suddenly. And then for being better, we need to wait 15 days. No, okay. We need to do the same. So now we need to be flexible. If the cases are decreasing, we need to move now. We need to take out the restriction and let for example, the kids from UK come into Spain with only with a COVID test, like they do it in Greece, or they do it in Portugal, because it's the same law. I remember that the Spanish health minister told me that no, there was a European Union law, so this makes it impossible to these kids to come to the European Union, only to the 2 vaccines, you know. So this is not logical. So maybe a teenager from Austria with more cases than in UK on that times came here to Canary Islands with just only a test, okay? And a British boy with the same age, with a vaccine and a test, it's impossible to come to Spain. Are you pulling my leg or what? And this is not because what? Because the law. Which law? We are in a war. Are you stupid? And really, we are very angry with that situation, because it's not fair for our industry. We work so hard, as you know. We work together with the government here in Canary Islands to make people show a test. Remember that, to get in our hotels. So that means a very secure message to our clients. We have an insurance also to the clients. So we work so hard on that matter. We lost a lot of our turnover thinking about safety. And we need our governments to be flexible. We need to move, you know. Otherwise, we will be lost again this summer for sure, and the next weeks.
Okay, we're running out of time, so I just received a couple of questions. So I ask you to do brief answers to the following questions. You said in your presentation that Greece was booming, especially because of the future trends belong to small hotels, personalized, and so on. What about the big hotels? Are we having less future because of that?
You have to rebuild it. No. No, this is at the moment it's a trend, you know, because it's of COVID. Everyone is looking for smaller property. Probably it changed during the next few years. I'm sure if they have a lot of space in the big hotels, in the big resorts, it's much more easier. So it's at the moment, so especially from the German market, you know, clients are thinking, okay, small island, small hotel is more secure, more safe. It's not true, to be honest.
We have also here La Gomera and El Hierro and La Palma, so we can do it also.
Yeah, no, I know that.
No, but don't worry.
Is what I told.
Greece will be full in 2 weeks.
Yesterday to your colleagues in La Palma. No, it's not. I think it's not because of security and the COVID situation. Probably it's that some Germans are looking for authentic holidays, and this is the reason why they're looking for smaller property. But I'm totally sure and totally optimistic that the big resorts have an important position.
Okay, another question for both. What do you think about digital nomads and remote workers as a new customer for the hotels? Is it a nice market to explore?
It's a trend. I mean, it could be nice to work on that, but I mean, I'm sure that it won't be big figures. Everybody's talking about that, but I mean, I don't see that as a new boom, you know? No.
It's very, very small.
Sure. Yeah.
It's, you know, in German we call it vacation. I don't know if it's, you call it in Spain also workation. Workation, yeah.
Workation.
But yeah, not a big market.
Somebody is asking about, for example, this hotel has the maximum possible labels in terms of sustainability. And he's asking that if are we sure this will increase the positioning for the client, for the German client that is looking for this kind of products? I mean, is it worth the investment?
Yeah, I'm sure it works. Sure.
And he's asking, how can we improve the destination?
This was a brief answer.
Very brief. How can we improve the destination to increase the number of clients, the destination as an island?
Yeah.
What are your clues?
Well, it's once again just give informations directly to the clients, and probably because yeah, we can analyze it, special client groups. So I know you are investing money in hiking, e-bike traveling, diving, special diving programs. So probably we should analyze which of the clients are looking for special hiking tours, and then we can send it directly to the client. This is what I mean. We have two different ways. So the first way is we have the client asking our agents, so where's the perfect destination for me? Then we can analyze it with our new program, and we say, okay, the perfect destination maybe is, let's say it's Tenerife, or we have the destination, and we say, okay, we are specialized in e-bike traveling. Then we can analyze it and see, okay, within our database we have, let me say, 10,000 clients for this product.
Okay, quite a technical one. Are there any intentions to create platforms to drive direct sales from agencies to hotels without the figure of the tour operator? Because are there tour operators investing in direct sales?
Yeah, a dangerous question.
Not a dangerous one.
Be careful with that. And what about the plane?
Breathe.
Yes, sure, we are interested in things like that, but we are doing it very open. It's not against the tour operator. It's a several way. Yeah? So, to be honest, the big airlines, especially the new one, like Eurowings Discover or Condor, we have a very good relation with them, sure. And they are looking for direct sales. And in combination with travel agencies, airlines, maybe that's a part of the future. Yeah?
But they need a quote from the tour operators. Otherwise, maybe that flight is not possible. So I think in this next future, we are going a little bit back to the basis. You know, I guess it's my view.
So to be honest, this partnership between destination, hotel, tour operator, and travel agencies, it works. Huh? It works. So this is not the problem. So the partnership is not the problem. The problem is the margin. We all are not earning enough money out of this. So we have to solve this problem with higher quality sales, with products on a higher price. So this is the thing we have to solve.
Okay. I think it's going to be Pablo. Last question? Okay. You mentioned that it is very important to communicate the information such as the situation of the hotel regarding hygiene concepts, sustainability efforts to the agencies. What channel do you recommend for the hotels to do so?
So this is what I talking about of our new technical solution. It's possible to give the information to the clients or to the agents. It's very easy because we can analyze, okay, which hotel is booked, and then we can give the information to the agent and to the client. It's easy, it works.
Well, related to that, someone is asking what is the importance of the sustainability factor in the decision of where to travel. What do you feel is the percentage, let's say?
If you have it, better.
I don't have it, I'm so sorry.
But I won't pay for that.
I'm not sure, but it's depending a little bit on the age of the clients.
The age?
On the age, yeah. Because my generation, so 50 plus, it's important, but it's not so important. So we are looking for sustainability, but it's so. We love to fly business class, and we love to fly directly, or have a good hotel and take the taxi and not the bus.
Hot water.
But the younger generation, they're asking for sustainability, and we have to give them an answer.
But they don't have the money to pay for that.
Not yet.
Many times.
But you know, especially in Germany, the young generation have money.
Yeah, no.
Because they got a lot of money from the parents and from the grandparents. So the economy in Germany is quite stable during 25 years, including the period of COVID. So it's just the leisure and tourism industry is under pressure, but other industries are booming. And so the money is there. The money is and they want to spend the money because of the situation with inflation and things like that. So it's a chance, it's an opportunity. And for the young generation, I think they will ask for more sustainability.
Okay, regarding again sustainability and the air connectivity, as we are islands and we are committed to the best air connectivity possible. But on the other hand, we have what's being so-called shame to fly. No, I think that's in English.
Shaming, yeah.
Flight
shaming, yeah.
Flight shaming. Do you feel it's an issue for us as being islands?
Alberto, it was a big discussion before COVID. We have also a big discussion about over-tourism before COVID. Yeah? It was a political discussion. I was in Palma, or I was in Barcelona. Or in Venice, or in Vienna, or in Paris, or whatever. And everyone talking about over-tourism and the bad tourism industry and what they are doing with the cities, and everyone is so under pressure. So this discussion is stopped now. And I think the flight shaming discussion is stopped now too. But we have to find the right answers for sustainability and not waste resource and give them an answer for carbon footprint and things like that. It's necessary. But after pandemic, these things, I think it's changing.
That's the reason we need to work here in the destination with that issue. So we need to work together in this kind of project to cover the footprint until we solve with a solution with this kind of new fuels or whatever, but we need to work.
Okay, I think we ran out of time, so I just want to thank Jorge and Thomas for their presence in this debate, and of course to Turismo de Tenerife, Victoria Hotel, and to ourselves, to Price and Ashotel, for making this possible. So David Perez, please, if you are to close on the stage.
Vamos a ver si con todo este retahila de cosas aquí en la cabeza. Bien. Gracias, jefe Hoteles, gracias, Price, gracias a jefe, a todos por hacer posible este interesante encuentro que se va a repetir y espero que sigan siendo estas charlas tan interesantes. Thank you, Mr. Bösl, for attending this interesting and profitable meeting, and thank you for your opinion, for your ideas. They are very important for us, so thank you so much. Y yo, pues, terminando, simplemente quería remarcar un poquito y poner en valor muy simple, muy rápido, de lo que estamos haciendo para el mercado alemán y lo que se plantea en este año 2022. Primeramente, hay un presupuesto que se ha elevado en 3,5 millones en el 21 y este año en el 22 en su totalidad. Y para el mercado alemán estamos licitando una nueva oficina de representación, una nueva oficina PR, que multiplica por 6 el presupuesto que tenía anteriormente, y esto nos da una idea de la importancia que le damos al mercado alemán. Creemos que podemos crecer en el mayor mercado emisor europeo, y eso para nosotros, incluso antes de la pandemia, junto al mercado nacional, ya estaba previsto, ahora quizás con más fuerza. 7,5 millones de plazas previstas en conectividad para el destino en este año 2022. Esperemos que se llenen. Estamos a un 6% de las que hubieron en 2019. 600 de estas 600.000 plazas son mercado alemán, y cuando hablamos de operativa regular, con la operativa charter esperamos incluso que sean superiores y poder mejorar los números que en el caso del mercado alemán fueron mejor en 2018 que en 2019. Todos sabemos las quiebras que hubo, Air Berlin, Germania, luego Thomas Cook, en fin, que la aspiración es mejorar el número de visitantes que tuvimos en el 2018, y tenemos mucha confianza en que así sea. Ahora mismo, fíjense que el pasado 14 de abril nosotros presentábamos un nuevo posicionamiento, un nuevo plan de marketing. Lo rápido que va todo, que ya hemos encargado, no uno nuevo, pero sí una actualización, porque esta pandemia ha cambiado los hábitos de consumo, la manera de informarse, las dinámicas para inspirarse, para reservar un destino. Y en este sentido, pues nosotros tenemos que ir igual de rápido, y cuando estamos hablando de promoción inteligente, la primera gran acción que llevamos a cabo en Alemania el año pasado con Amadeus, terminó recientemente en diciembre, pero necesitamos en esa microsegmentación de productos, de comunicar nuestra diversidad. Estamos estereotipados en el destino alemán, hicimos un estudio en el 2020 y bueno, que es un destino masificado, que sí mucho británico, que sí. Y en muchas ocasiones otras ideas que no se corresponden realmente con lo que el destino más diverso de Canarias y uno de los más diversos de España, en arquitectura, en cultura, en gastronomía, en vinos, en naturaleza. Ya todos conocemos lo que este destino puede dar, pero tenemos que visibilizarlo y promocionarlo mejor para inspirar a otros potenciales viajeros que nunca se han planteado venir a Tenerife. Y con el aumento del presupuesto, para poder comunicar todo esto, también lo que estamos haciendo en sostenibilidad, en digitalización, con amigos y apoyos como los de RTK, y sobre todo con el buen hacer y la profesionalidad de todos ustedes, esperamos tener un mejor 2022, pero también un incremento y una mejoría en las cifras de turismo alemán. Muchas gracias, a seguir así, que el próximo ciclo pues sea tan interesante como este. Gracias de verdad a todos y a todas.